It's like 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife. I was driving home from work listening to the radio when a song came on. It was Alanis Morissette's Ironic, an acoustic version. And I was singing along because I knew all the words when I was suddenly surprised by the last verse. It's like meeting the man of your dreams and then meeting his beautiful husband. My sudden surprise made me reflect on the most important thing I've learned in my speech class at Florida Southwestern, and that is that I need to consider the differences in my audience and adapt to those differences. Today, I'm going to talk about the differences in audiences and how they can differ from me, and I'm also going to talk about two ways that I can adapt my delivery and my message to connect with audiences. So let's get started by talking about audiences. Audiences can be different from me in culture. You know, our textbook, Communications Principles for a Lifetime by Beebe and Beebe, says that culture can give us valuable insight in how to communicate. Well, consider presenting a technology presentation to a group of marketing professionals. They're going to want to look at it from a high level, very high level, conceptual level. Give that same presentation to a group of technology professionals, and they're going to want to fully understand it with all of the details and specifics of the technology. So those 2 points make up the idea that we really need to consider culture when we're creating a speech. Secondly, age creates a big difference between me and my audience. If my audience has different ages in it, I need to consider that. Think about trying to teach a group of elderly citizens how to use Facebook Messenger to talk to their grandkids on a smartphone. It's just nearly impossible. So you have to consider age when you consider your speech and when you consider your communications. Lastly, gender is a big difference when you're talking to anyone or giving a speech. I'm a man, but I understand that talking to my wife and daughters about the specifics of intentional grounding in the NFL is probably not going to go well. They probably are more interested in the colors of various uniforms of NFL teams. So you have to consider gender when you're creating a speech or communicating. Now, Alan Perlman's Writing Great Speeches, it's a very good book, says that audience controls content. And I fully believe that. I think it's a great adage. Now, I have two ways that I think I can change my speech, adapt to my audience. The first way is by changing the supporting material. That would mean if I'm speaking to lawyers, I'm not going to show them pretty pictures on a slideshow. I'm going to give them full handouts of important legal cases and legal facts. The second way would be to change my delivery style. If I'm talking to a high school pep rally, I might be really excited and let's go. But if I'm talking at a funeral for one of my best friends, I might be more solemn, more serious. And that's all because I'm considering my audience. So in conclusion, the most important thing I learned in Florida Southwestern Speech 1017 was to consider the differences of my audience and adapt my delivery and speech message content to those differences.